Today, Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar will talk on the title of the warehouse management, a case study of retail industry in Jakarta. This paper is published in the Journal of Business and Management, Volume 7, Volume 4, Number 7, 2015, page number 830 to 843. Abstract purpose. The purpose of this paper is to inform the warehouse management of the PT Chintaka Buni Petai so that the company knows which process of the activity within the current warehouse work process is having the problems in terms of the performance or causing stock inaccuracy and to propose solution of the problems. Methodology approach. The methodology used for the research is the interviewing the logistics and shipment chief supervisor and administrator of the PT Chintaka Bhumi Perti warehouse, resulting in the current warehouse work process implemented SOP. Number of goods lost during the stock inaccuracy, number of the inaccuracy case, types of the goods lost, warehouse layout, goods placement. The data from the interview process then compared to the actual data gathered through direct observation to identify current problems occurring and to see whether there are connections between these data. The compared results of the both data collection and then analyzed to see the real cause of problems within the company and the proper solution on how to improve current system by solving the identified problem. Last, recommendation will be given to the company on how to do the proposed solution before and during the implementation. Finding the inaccuracy case of the company increased by 11.3% with approximate value lost due to the goods lost during the stock inaccuracy case in the summed up and around 30 million rupiah. The current work process is experiencing problem caused by procedure, company regulation, and the level of the control applied within the storage section. Research limitation. The limitation of this research is the product types which are CB4401, CBK3402, CBK 6402, CBG 6301, CBG 6002, and CBG 1305 with the highest amount of the inaccuracy case among other products. Only focusing on the work process of the warehouse and the data from the 2013 to 2014. Warehouse is a facility in the supply chain to consolidate products to reduce the transportation cost and achieve economic sale in the manufacturing or purchase to provide value-added process and shorten the response time. Bartoli and Hackman 2006 and Gong and D. Forrester 2008. The activity to manage the goods stored in the warehouse is called the warehousing. While the warehouse has a lot of the different operations, they have some common patterns in the material flow and the warehouse typical operation such as a receiving, put away, replacement, internal order picking, gathering, sorting, packing, cross-docking, and the delivery. The study is conducted as an initial study of the warehouse process in the Priti Chinka Bhumi Petridui. The company is subsidiary company from the Dialog Management Group, having role as the distributor of the baby supply, controlling the flow of goods from the producer to the end customer. As the problem arises regarding the stock inaccuracy in the warehouse, the company needed to improve it. From the company perspective, the interest towards this study came from the fact that there are concerns in the warehouse as they have suffered loss from the stock inaccuracy that occurred during the stock opening. The main cause of the problem will be analyzed and determined in order to improve the system performance and also reducing the loss. Hence, it is important that the current state of the warehouse process to be properly mapped out before analyze it and planning the improvement. The company has suffered losses over than 16 million rupiah in 2014 due to this stock inaccuracy, and this number is higher than the losses in 2013 by the about 13 million rupiah. Therefore become a concern that this number will keep rising in the future if there is no immediate action taken. There is no immediate action taken. Literature review. Warehousing is a series of process or activity undertaken to ensure the flow of material and the information. Warehousing involves all movement of the goods within the warehouse distribution center, where receiving, storage, put away, order picking, and shipping. Receiving means the unloading, quality control, and disassembling or repacking item of the storage. Put away means determine the appropriate location for the goods to transfer them to the specified location to store and wait for the orders. This is means the put away. Order picking means the pick up goods from both storage and the transport them to the sorting process or directly to the shipping area. Shipping means inspecting, packing, palletizing, and loading goods into a carrier for delivery. Warehousing in the supply chain. Warehousing plays an important role in the supply chain process. Supply chains will be never be so integrated and well coordinated without the warehousing. Warehouses are important for a supply chain because they provide raw material, components, work in process, and finished goods, operate as distribution and order fulfillment centers, and perform localized and value-adding warehouses. Warehouse roles. Warehousing has an important role to integrate and coordinate the supply chain process for the important function of providing the raw material, components, work in process, and finished goods and operation. Distribution and other fulfillment center perform local and value-added warehouses. Warehouse responsibility. Below is the list of the responsibility warehouse to the company related to the stock inaccuracy, John Srividhar, 2008. Organize stock in the warehouse to minimize the cost of the filing orders. It is important to store the material to maximize the efficiency of the order fulfillment process. Keeping inventory records accurate. If the quantity in the computer system does not match with the one in the warehouse, sales people will not know what is available for sales, and buyers cannot replace inventory at the right time. This task will probably involve conducting full physical inventory or cycle counting certain products each day, ensuring that all material movement is properly recorded. This will ensure that the quantity in the warehouse to remain accurate. You can have an accurate forecast and bring the material in such a way to minimize your total cost. But if it is not properly recorded in the computer system, there will probably problems after all, such as bringing in unnecessary stock because previous stock receipts were not correctly recorded, resulting in having more inventory than the system reports. Unexpected stock outs due to the unrecorded material disbursement, substitute, damaged parts, and other sloppy procedures. Protecting inventory from the breakage, spoilage, and misplacement and the theft. Inventory is valuable, and all employees must realize that their paychecks are from the sales of those inventory. If inventory is lost, it will be taken from the company's profit. This means that fewer profit dollars are available to pay the employee. John Singer, 2008. DMAC framework. DMAC, define, measure, analyze, improve, and control framework, is a method to solve the problem by defining process. Each phase builds on the previous one by implementing a long-term solution of the problem as a goal. Defined phase is the basis of the entire framework in which the researcher defines a problem, possible improvement of the current problems, validating the possible improvement or the problem, identify the needs for their customers. They define the skills and areas that need representation of the project team. The main output of this stage are project charter, the action plan, process map, quick win, opportunity, critical requirement, and the prepared team. Major phase is when the true process steps, and the corresponding inputs and outputs are identified. Measurement data are identified and validated or even improved as required. The baseline performance of the major phase is the data validity and the trustworthiness. The main outputs of this phase are H is process map, operational definitions, data collection plan, validate measurement system, values stream mapping, and baseline performance. Analyze phase is when the critical inputs are identified using the historical data. Then inputs with the strong relationship to output by the plotting the process map with the historical data or data from the interview, making Pareto charts, the pie charts, then analyzed to determine the root cause. The baseline performance of the analyzed phase is the critical inputs. The main outputs for this phase are the data analysis to be processed map, validated root cause, and refined problem statement. Improving phase when potential solutions are identified, evaluated, and optimizing the process. The main outputs for this phase are implemented solution, process maps and the documentation, implementation milestones, improvement impacts and the benefit, storyboard, and change map. Control phase is when establishing a mistake-proof, replicate improvement to the same process or product, long-term measurement, and the reaction plan. SOP are developed and process capability are established. The main outputs of this phase are process control system, standards and the procedure, training, team evaluation, change implementation plan, potential problem analysis, pilot and solution result, replication opportunity, standardization opportunity, and the project completion. Methodology. Analysis of the company warehouse current work is proposed, literature review, preliminary interview, in-depth interview, field observation, and historical data collection are used to support the analysis of the root cause of the stock inaccuracy and process evaluation. In doing the analysis, the first step is to make the warehouse work process map according to the interview data. Next is the comprising the current work process according to the interview with the field observation and plotting the historical data with the finding to evaluate the current company performance and to find the relation so the main problem, its causes to stock inaccuracy are identified. After identifying the problem, the proper solution depending on the problem can be proposed. Recommendation will be also given in terms that what to prepare during the after implementation phase, such as need to train the employee of using the barcode system, training the employee on how to input product data for the barcode level. Finally, in-depth interview with the logistic and shipment chief conducted as the highest authority in the warehouse to validate the analyzed work process. Then the company will decide whether to make use of the solution proposed in the research and implement it or not. The findings are current warehouses issue from the PT Chinka Bhumi Petri Stock on Name report from 2013 to 2014. It can be seen that the company is currently having an issue of increasing amount of stock inaccuracy in the warehouse. During this stock inaccuracy, many goods are lost, causing losses in terms of the inventory and eventually company profit. According to the supervisor, the company already implementing SOP from 2 years ago, but it did not help in reducing the stock inaccuracy case because the actual work process sometimes violated by the employee. No company regulation in certain process and the lack of the control. Figures and charts below show the total stock inaccuracy counts occurring in the company warehouse from 2013 to 2014, increased from 39 cases to the 70 cases. This indicates a rise of the 31 new cases or 79.5% increase in a year, with baby bed being the most good with the stock inaccuracy case. The total stock inaccuracy case 2013 and 2014. 2013 around the 40, 2014 around the 70. Total stock inaccuracy case. This is the number of the cases, inaccuracy cases of the total stock inaccuracy cases in the company. There are 39 cases of the stock inaccuracy for the 6 product in the 2013. By making the parity chart in the figure 4.7, we can sort the list from the highest to lowest case of the inaccuracy. CBK 66402 was the first with the 9 cases. CBK 4401 was second with the 8 cases. CBK 3402 was the third with the 7 cases. CBG 6002 was the fifth with the 6 cases. CBG 1305 was sixth with the 6, and CBG 302 was the 7th with the 3 cases, thus making the product with most cases with the CBK 6402, and the least cases was the CBG 6002. In 2013, majority of the stock inaccuracy cases are dominated by the baby bed products and the minority being the baby carriers. While in the 2014, the cases of the both goods types spread evenly first to fourth, where CBK 4401 and CBK 3402 and CBG 6001 and CBG 1005 with the 12 cases. Fifth and sixth were CBK 6402 and CBG 6002 with the 11 cases. Current system analysis. According to the interview with the supervisor, there is SOP implemented for work process managing the 4 activity in the warehouse are receiving, put away, order picking, and the shipping. These 4 activity process and the SOP implemented need to explore further in order to have better understanding of the current condition. Receiving analysis according to the supervisor. Receiving procedure in the Priti, Chintaka, Bhumi, Petridi warehouse has the 4 identified problems that contribute to the stock inaccuracy, miscount, miswritten, misread, and miss of goods. Below are the mistakes due to the human occurrence in the 2014, 13 to 14 acquired from the interview with the supervisor. Mistake during the QC process, occurrence in the 2003, miscount 5, in 2007, 7, miswritten 4, and in 2004, 4, misread 2, and here is the 1. Total here is the 11, total here is the 12. Data above shows the most mistakes occurrence in the QC process due to the human error in the 2013 to 2014 is by miscount. The second is miswritten and the third is misread. From the observation, miscount happened during the counting because the process requires higher amount of concentration. As to not make mistakes, the goods count. Interview data with the supervisor had found another problem during the receiving that was identified to be the goods placement within the quality control section. Current goods placement work path have shown here that this is the path of the current goods of the path which is shown here from here to here. This is the finished good, and here is the raw material insert. This is the finished good, and then this is the finished good. This is the current good path with the work plan. The blue arrow indicates that the employee movement path during the receiving procedure. The blue arrow indicates the process of employee putting the goods within the section. The employee can put the goods on an area, the black arrow points. The same goes with the goods that have passed through the QC process, and the goods with the identified problem are put anywhere. This mainly happened because there are no regulation about product placement in this section, and this can cause goods to get mixed up and confuse the employee during the recording process, causing the inaccurate stock data. Even though the interview process with the supervisor stated that mixed up goods is the one causing stock inaccuracy, it is actually because there is no goods arrangement. Put away analysis from the interview with the supervisor, the problem occurring in this section is the goods arrangement and access to storage. Even though the employee has already put the same product within the same goods type, this is not enough. There is another consideration for goods placement besides product type, such as the order frequency, and below is the detail of the order frequency. Order frequency, according to the administrator, the sales of the products in the company arranged from the highest sales to the lowest is the baby bed, baby carriers, baby bag. This makes the baby bed is the best seller product to the company and will be the goods with the highest count of the being picked out of the storage. Goods that are high in the demand should be put in place where the employee can easily assess and control. By easily assessed and control means that the goods have to be put at the place where the employee can take the goods as soon as order coming in easy to notice whenever something happened to the goods, such as out of the stock or the missing goods. Storage access. There is no regulation issued by the company about the employee access to the storage, meaning the employee has both the access to the storage section and all goods stored inside without being controlled. While there is regulation about the order picking, other activity inside the warehouse and the who came in goes out were not never known. This can cause unauthorized and unrecorded goods picking process to occur, possibly cause the goods missing problem. Even more so, with all the employer wander around the storage and no security measures such as a TB or security, it opens to the storage action for the possibility of the theft. Order picking analysis. Next to be discussed in the order picking, there is a problem identified during the order picking after the interview with the supervisor, which is the higher process time of the certain goods. Below is the process time for the all goods obtained during the observation. Order picking process time. Process time here given here for the baby bed 36 seconds, for the baby bag 29 seconds, and for baby carrier 28 seconds. The data from the chart shows that the goods with the longest time required for picking up during the order picking process, and from the highest to lowest is the baby bed, baby bag, and the baby carrier. The average process time of all products is 31 seconds, meaning that the process time for the baby bag and baby carrier are the good, while the process time for the baby bed is not the good. From observation, baby bed process time was affected by the goods placement. The goods placement affected by the baby bed picking process by causing the employee to have difficulty to assess the good. The movement path from the observation was made as follows. This is the baby bed picking process pathway from the baby carrier, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag. These are the circle arrow is when employee has to be extra work to take the baby bed, go through the baby bag by the moving some of the blocking the path, then take the baby bed, put the moved goods back to the place. There are other problems regarding the current goods placement shown in the figure below. This is the good placement problem in the storage. The gray circle indicates is the same problem as mentioned. Above. Different type of the goods being placed in the same column. The black circle indicates possibility of unseen goods because the smaller goods are placed behind the bigger goods. From the product measurement in table 4.6, we can see the baby while the baby carrier only about half inch size from the bag with these hidden goods can be cause inaccurate stock data. This problem happens when the piles of goods bigger in size are placed in front of the smaller goods pile. It will not cause problem if the quantity of the smaller good exceed those the bigger good, but if they have more of the bigger goods, the small goods put behind the pile is very possible to the unseen by the employee, because it is harder to see the small goods behind the pile of the goods. Goods measurement. Below there is the goods measurement table made from the direct observation by the researcher. Baby bag and baby carrier. Goods measurement in cm, length, width and height is given here. For baby bed 90, width 15 and height 55. For the baby bag 50, 10 and 32. For baby carrier 20, 10 and 25. Data from the table shows the goods measurement listed from the biggest to smallest are the baby bed, baby bag and baby carrier. Bigger in size means less in quantity the employee can take in one go, assuming that have to pick same amount of the goods. Less quantity picked in one go also means that the employee have to make repetitive picking to complete the process, because the picking up system is fully manual without any use of the tools or equipment. Goods weight normally contributes to the amount of the goods the employee can take in one go, but that is not the case with these products. The weight of goods is also affected by the material used in it. From the observation, all of the goods in the warehouse are made from the polyester and foam weighing less than 1 kg. Means that the goods weight don't affecting the number of goods that can be carried in one go, but only the goods measurement. Another problem mentioned by the supervisor during the interview is the goods availability. Sometimes the goods order are not available in the warehouse, made the company unable to fulfill order from the customers. From the observation, it is found that the out of the stock due to the goods missing and unrecorded picking process is the most cause of the being unable to fulfill the order. However, sometimes the good may actually available but missed due to the and delay during the put away process. Shipping analysis. From the depth interview with the supervisor, the only problem this section was the same problem in the continuous workflow. Delay in the procedure activity causes another delay in the next process. Continue and accumulate affecting the process output as a shipment delay. However, the delay in the procedure process barely affecting the work in this section thanks to the senior employee performance. The senior employee doing this process are seniors with more than 10 years of employment in the company. This means that they are the experts within the company that has more experience and know-how in doing the process than the other employee in another section. Having more experience means that they already know what to do under certain circumstances, like knowing they have to be more careful when handling baby carriers because some of its parts is breakable, while the know-how provides them the knowledge to do the work based on the circumstances properly. So if in this case there is shipment delay, they can keep up with a delay by using the know-how, thus improving the process speed, making the shipment right on the schedule. By putting these seniors within the last line of the process, the company is trying to put the last safety measure to ensure the goods that were about to go out of the warehouse is clean from problem in the quantity and the quality. Existing SOP analysis, there is only one SOP implemented in the company of the work process. Below is the SOP sheet by the company for the work process. This is the warehouse work process SOP. According to the logistics chief, work process SOP issued by the company is designed to provide better control and enable fast response to the problem during the process. This statement can be proved by the need of the paperwork at the starts of the goods coming to the warehouse and when goods are about to picked up for shipment. This is to make sure that the company always keep track to its inventory in showing the data actual amount to the accurate that process is being done correctly. The fast response to the problem can be seen by the notify supervisor activity right after the discovery of the problem during the receiving process. This way, The supervisor will quickly receive report including the problem, giving early notification immediately after problem was identified, thus making fast decision for the solution as soon as possible. However, the report quickly quality affecting the time required to make decision and quality of the solution provided. The reports from the previous months can also be used by the supervisor in making the preventive measures to prevent some kind of the problem in the future. These are the proposed solution analysis. The analysis of the existing system proves that there are ways to improve two of the company current work process, receiving and the put away. Details on the how to improve the system will be explored and analyzed below. Receiving process proposed solution. There are two proposed solutions in the process regarding the data recording system and goods arrangement in the quality control section. Data recording system. From the interview with the supervisor, one of the process affecting to stock inaccuracy within this section area is data recording during the quality control. The current data record system from the warehouse work process is mapped as below. This is the current data record process. Quality check report, unpacking and labeling. There are 6 steps in the data recording process. Each one of them have done by the manual labor, and from the observation taken about the 4 to 6 hours to complete. The use of the manual labor for process means that the process is in the risk of the human error. Moreover, the analysis of the receiving process in the previous section shows that the human error like miscount, miswritten and misread during the data recording process is directly affecting stock data accuracy, causing the stock inaccuracy. Thus, the need of the new system that can replace the manual labor during the data recording process as a solution to reduce the risk of the human error is required in order to reduce the stock inaccuracy. And that can be achieved by implementing barcode system. Along with a procedural change from the manual labor to the barcode system, a new data recording process may be made as below. Unpacking, labeling, scanning, and the quality check. New data recording process made by implementing the barcode system. Now, the new data recording process will consist of 3 steps: unpacking, labeling, and the quality control by scanning and quality check. 2 less steps to be done means that the employee will have to reduce workload by the 33.3%. Unpacking process will become the starting process, followed by the labeling process in which the employee prints the barcode labels for each product and pastes them on the goods packing. Last is the quality control process, consists of a scanning and the quality check. Both done simultaneously. Below is the list of the problems that can be solved by the implementation of the barcode system. Problem solved by the barcode system. Problem is the miswritten. Cow is the lack of the concentration. Sleepy, solution is the printed barcode label. Miscount, lack of the concentration. Sleepy, scanning. Misread, unclear handwriting. Sleepy, scanning. The miswritten problem due to lack of the concentration during the work and sleepies can be solved by the printed barcode label, because there will be no need for the employee to do any data input and just print and paste. The miscount problem due to the lack of the concentration and the sleepiness can be solved by the scanning, because the employee would not have to count the goods but just scan the barcode and let the computer do the calculation. The misread problem due to the unclear handwriting and sleepiness can be solved by the scanning, because there will be no need to read the label on the package to the make data record. The scanning process includes the quantity counting and the data recording, which directly go to the company and the data server. Enable the supervisor and administrator to look at the incoming goods and defected goods records almost immediately after the input process by themselves. Enable the supervisor to immediately contact the producer for goods return and the replacement. The implementation of the barcode system also has problem at the beginning of the implementation process and possible problem after the implementation. The problem at the beginning of the implementation process is the need to input all product data into the company server and to integrate the scanners with the supervisor and administrator computers. Possible problems after the implementation process are employee misprints, barcode label, employee double scanning the goods, broken scanner, power outage, computer problem, and run out of the printing level of the barcode. Another problem in the receiving process is the quality control section did not have goods arrangement to separate the checked good from the unchecked good. Below is the current quality control section layout that shows the goods arrangement in the section. Current quality section goods arrangement have been shown here. With the current placement, there are 6 separate places used to store goods without space allocation and arrange they were checked goods, where unchecked goods or the defective goods should be put in this section. These separate places without space allocation to arrange the goods placement causes the goods being mixed up and confuse the employee during the quality control process. The next solution researcher come with the set of the new goods arrangement within the section as a figure below. Goods placement in the quality control section. Incoming goods checked, defected goods, and incoming goods unchecked. This is the quality control section. This is the desk of the quality control section. The list of the problem being solved by using the goods arrangement in the quality control section listed as below. Problem solved by the new goods arrangement in the quality control section. Problem is the mixed up goods. Cause is the no goods arrangement. Solution is the space allocation to store the 3 goods type in the section. Unlike the current arrangement, the new goods arrangement will separate the 3 kinds of the goods stored in the section. Unchecked incoming goods, checked incoming goods, and defected goods. The arrangement will be set up like this. The new incoming goods that have not been checked will be put in the separate location behind the employee workplace. And if during the checking process, there are goods identified with the problem, they will be moved to the separated space for the defected goods. The goods passed through the quality control process will be put into the space on the right of the employee workspace. By using those goods arrangement in the section, will solve the problem of the goods being mixed up and also make it easier for the employee to take the checked goods for the transport to storage because of haul it now put in the same location and near the entrance. Put away process proposed solution. Analysis of the PT, Chintaka, Bhumi, Priority, current put away process shows the problem being goods arrangement of the storage space. Therefore, proposed solution for both of the problem within the put away process are suggested by the researcher as follows. Goods arrangement. Below is the current good arrangement used by the employee to put goods in this section. Current storage section, goods arrangement. Using the current arrangement, there are 3 spots to look for when the employee is looking for the baby bag. 3 spots to look when the employee is looking for the baby bag, and 3 spots to look for the when the employee is looking for the baby carrier. The current arrangement make the employee who did not memorize the goods location in the storage to look for these spots to find the goods they want. There is chance of goods counted in the as missing because the smaller goods are placed behind the bigger goods marked within the arrow, and the baby bed put on the back side of the storage is having the higher process time despite it being the best seller goods, meaning that the goods are leaving the storage often. Below is the proposed goods arrangement for the storage section suggested by the researcher. Proposed good arrangement in the storage section. As we can see from the figure above, the new arrangement put the same product type within the same location without mixing the placement of any product type in one column. By using this arrangement, the employee would only have one certain row or spot to look for the baby bed, baby bag, and the baby carrier, reducing the time to go looking for the spots to find the goods by the 16.67%. Below is the list of the problem solved using these goods. Problem solved by the new arrangement in the store section. Problem is the unseen goods. Couch is the smaller goods, but behind bigger goods. Putting same product type into one section. Harder access to the certain goods. Goods are put behind different type of the products. Putting same product type into one section. Baby bed, high TP process time put on the further side of the storage, separated to fill in the top row from entrance all the way to the back of the storage. His proposed goods arrangement eliminates the problem of unseen goods, since all the big and small goods are placed separately in their one group, solving the baby bed placement being at the further back despite being the most frequent goods taken out of the warehouse by separating the baby bed. Placement to fill the entire row from the near entrance to the further back separated from other goods type, and make it easier for the employer to pick up by not having to move other goods type of the reach of the desired goods, for it is being grouped according to the product type. Storage access. As it is known from the finding and analysis, one of the problems within the section that contributes to the stock inaccuracy is due to the uncontrolled storage space. There are two types of storage space caused by the current system, authorized and unauthorized. Below is the storage process map caused by the current system. Authorized and the unauthorized. Using the current system, as we can see above, there are two types of the access to the storage. Employees need to do order picking, having the order will be authorized by the supervisor, then entering a storage to do the order picking process, and the employee with the unknown intention and just enter the storage. This happened because the company regulations before order picking process occurring in the storage section, while issuing no regulation about the storage access for other employee and the control over the storage access. From this situation, there are two proposed solutions suggested by the researcher to solve the problem. Assign a PIC and new regulation for the storage access. Assign one of the senior employee in the shipping section to be a person in charge of the storage section with a new job description. The assigned PIC has to be one with experiences in the storage section in order to adapt faster to the new job list. The PIC main job is to monitor the goods and employee traffic in the warehouse. All of the goods stored, incoming goods, goods taken, employee coming into the storage, employee coming out of the storage, and for whom the store order will be issued will be made into weekly report by the PIC. These weekly reports can be used later by the supervisor during the stock opening process to help tracking the goods in case of the stock inaccuracy, so the company can track the goods whereabouts the cause of the inaccuracy faster rather than the ordering the employee to look all the reports from the processes and find the goods for unseen goods possibility. If the inaccuracy case is identified due to the company can take faster identification of the culprit being the employee or outside people. This also help in making preventive measure to protect the goods inside the storage. Second is to regulate storage access in the storage. The new regulation will be as follows. There will be no access inside the storage section unless for storing and order picking process. No access to the storage granted without showing the PIC and the access card. For storing as process, the employee in duty for transport the goods inside the warehouse will be need to show the waybill stamped by the supervisor as the access card, and the employee in duty with the stamped order will be as the asset card. The process of accessing the storage is the map below. These are the new storage access process regulation, other process storing, order picking. As we can see from the figure above, all the access is being limited to authorized employee for the specific task, and no other access are allowed into the warehouse. The circle mark on the figure indicates that the security measures set up by the regulation to ensure that the employee who enter the storage have to either being authorized by the supervisor and granted access by the PIC after showing the access card. Problem that can be solved by assigning a PIC and new storage regulation is listed below. This is the problem solved by the assign of the PIC and new storage SS regulation. Problem are the uncontrolled goods movement in the storage. Cause is the no controlling measure in the storage. Solution, assign PIC. Missing goods, no controlling measure in the storage, assign PIC. Slow goods tracking during the inaccuracy, no controlling measure in the storage, PIC, weekly report. Unauthorized access, controlling uncontrolled implied traffic to the storage, no security measure for the storage space, assign PIC, new storage of the SS regulation. Conclusion, most of the problem identified during the analyze phase found that the most of the problem in this company is happening due to the company regulation and procedure. This is proved by the problems being human errors caused by the manual labor procedure, mixed up goods caused by no goods arrangement, slow process time also due to the no goods arrangement, and uncontrolled storage SS to no storage SS regulation. The company has identified some of their one problems, but apparently the problem identified was not the real cause, but only a symptom caused by the real problem. While the interview data provide the information regarding the work process inside the warehouse along its problem and what caused by the problem. Some of the information proved to be different for the actual situation. For example, is the shipment process. The warehouse supervisor mentioned during the interview that shipment delay is often the problem happened in this section, and this is caused by the delay during the previous process that accumulates to the next process and eventually ends up to the delay, the last process, which is the shipment. But the actual data acquired for direct observation prove it otherwise. The goods indeed often getting delayed to arrive into the shipping section, and the accumulating process delay is the cause of it, but it barely affecting to the shipping process due to the performance of the senior employee put in the section as the last safety net for the warehouse to ensure that delivery will be right on the schedule by utilizing their years of the experience and know how to work faster without reducing the result quality. Recommendation. The following recommendations are provided to the PT Chintaka Bhumi Purity in case of the implementation, the proposed solution. Before implementing the barcode system, it is recommended to train the employee on how input the data for barcode level in case of the new types of the product. Train the employee on how to do scanning with the barcode, and during the implementation, it also suggested to have technician ready in the warehouse in case of the system error or hardware damage for the fast repair of the replacement. For the goods arrangement in the warehouse section, it is recommended for the PIC to always keep up date with the sales data because it can help when the need to rearrange the goods arises. For the supervisor not to leave their stamp anywhere or give easily past it to the someone because the stamp is now used for the giving the employee access to the storage, and if some random person can have access to the stamp, meaning they also have direct access to the goods inside the storage. The references are given here.